Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Gray League, and let's see what team we're going to be trying. We're going to be featuring the Lickitung paired with the Shadow Golbat and then the Shadow Drapion. We have to switch out here to see what they have in the back, as the Annihilate would be pretty decent against our Lickitung. They decide to throw a move and then switch out into their Skarmory. We're going to be able to throw this Crunch right here. They do shield. Okay, do we get to another Crunch? Nope, they're not going to allow us to get there. We're just going to let this go for now, and then we're just going to come in with our Lickitung, as we did get the shield advantage. Here, we're just going to farm up as much as we can. We know that we can tank one move, so I think we're just going to let this go. Yep, the Sky Tag still does a good chunk of damage, but not as bad as a Brave Bird. Next move, potential KO, but let's see what we decide to do here. We shield up here so that we can at least get some extra energy. Looks like they do switch out into the Annihilate and throw a quick move. We are going to catch it onto our Golbat, and we're looking to get a farm down. Unable to get the farm down, which is kind of brutal. We are going to tank it, and then we're going to see if we can win the backline with this Golbat. What is that? Oh man, a Carbink is going to be very tanky. We could throw the Shadow Ball to chip away, but this thing is way too tanky for us to win this game now, I think. Yeah, even a Power Whip still is not even close to taking it out. So GG's to our opponents. Very tanky team to deal with. Unfortunately, the Lickitung just couldn't quite get a good matchup, honestly. Pretty much every single Pokemon that they had was pretty decent against the Lickitung. Alright, Lickitung versus the Altaria. This is a little bit better, as we're both pretty tanky. Both of us are just doing mainly fast move pressure. We're going to throw this Body Slam right here. This Body Slam will chip away. Looks like our opponent is going to be able to throw a move here. Ends up being the Sky Tag. We can survive that. And then we're going to switch out here into the Drapion. See if we can get off a move. Okay, it looks like we do get the Crunch off. This is potential KO. They do decide to shield, and we get the debuff, so that's really good for us. They are going to throw another move right here. Ends up being the Moonblast. Oh, wow, they get the debuff as well. What a Moonblast. We are going to throw the Aqua Tail right here to take them out, and then we see the Charger Bug in the back. This Charger Bug here, it looks like it's going to try to farm us down. We throw the Crunch, we get the debuff, so a lot of debuffs going on right now. We're going to fire up this Body Slam right here and chip away at it. It is debuff, so maybe we can farm down, maybe? We do tank this X-Scissor. Looks like it doesn't quite KO. I'm trying to get the farm down. Okay, finally we get the good farm down right here. And now we have Feraligatr to deal with. So we're gonna have to get to two moves. We're gonna go for this Poison Fang bait. We do grab the shield, and then now we just have to get to this Shadow Ball. We do have a shield for this situation, and after this Hydro Cannon goes through, we have the Shadow Ball ready, and this will KO the Feraligatr. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game barely with the Shadow Golbat, just gaining a ton of energy and closing out the game for us. So it looks like the Lickitung Shadow Golbat is pretty solid. Still questionable whether Drapion is gonna fit well here. All right, another Dragon Flyer. This time it's Dragonite instead of Altaria. We're gonna fire up this Body Slam right here. They do go for the shield. Okay, so we're gonna switch out here to the Drapion, and we're gonna see what they're gonna do here. Oh wow, we try to call it a Dragon Claw, but they end up going for the superpower, and now we have to come back in here with the Lickitung. This Lickitung here is gonna have to tank another move. Another superpower goes through, so they're double debuff, and we're gonna go to the Golbat right here against this Feraligatr. Unfortunately, this Feraligatr is doing some good fast move pressure, so we are gonna just fire off this Shadow Ball immediately here to take him out. Okay, we do take him out. Let's see what they bring back in. This is gonna be interesting. Can we win this game with the Shadow Golbat? So we do see a Clodsire here. Clodsire is very tanky. Unfortunately, because we used up a bunch of energy to take out their Feraligatr earlier, doesn't look like we have enough energy. So one Shadow Ball goes through, does roughly 30% right here. This is going to go for another Shadow Ball. They do decide to shield that one, and unfortunately, they're going to be able to get to another Stone Share for the KO. So GG's to our opponent, unable to win that game right there. Tough backline. All right, here we are back again. We're going to use a slight different team here. We're going to switch out the Drapion with the Shadow Skunk Tank, as the Skunk Tank slightly more tankier, and maybe it will help out with the synergy of the team. Here we have the Skeletors onto our Lickitung. This Lickitung here is going to have to tank a move, ends up tanking the Disarming Voice. They switch out into their Greetings. We definitely don't want to stay in, so we switch out into our Skunk Tank here. The Skunk Tank is able to tank that Trailblaze. It's a resistant move. We're going to fire off our Crunch here. And it looks like if we want to maintain the alignment, we're going to have to invest one shield. So we do get the one shield right there. We do get the farm down, which is great for us. And now we have a good amount of energy that we can throw back at whatever decides to come back in. They come back in with the Skeletors here. We're going to be able to get this Crunch to go off. We do grab that shield back. Okay, a little bit of lag or something. We aren't able to get to that next Crunch. We know that we can tank this Disarming Voice, and we're just going to make sure we throw this energy on good timing. We're going to throw this Power Whip right here. It's a resistant move, but it's the better move out of the two. It does take it out, so that's fantastic. And now we have the Feraligatr to deal with. Here, we're going to be able to throw... Okay, they decided to throw on timing. We're going to invest the shield right here, and we're going to grab this shield, or it's going to get a huge amount of damage. There you go. So no shields left. We're going to try to race to a move. Unfortunately, they're going to snipe our energy right here. And now we just got to go into our Shadow Feraligatr. Luckily, this Feraligatr is at roughly 50% health. So we don't think that we need to get to a Shadow Ball. We do survive that Hydro Cannon, thankfully. And now we just got to go for this Poison Fang to deep up them. And then these wing attacks will KO. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Shadow Golbat facing the Feraligatr in the back. So the core is still the same. We got the Lickitung and the Shadow Golbat as the main duo, and then the Skunk Tank is just a little bit more tankier. Here we're going to get our switch out into the Feraligatr. Okay, so we had a really good lead, and now they have kind of a Feraligatr here that we have to deal with. We definitely don't want this Feraligatr to go crazy on our backline, so we're just going to stay in for now. We do get a shield from our opponent, which is really good. It looks like our opponent is able to throw another Hydro Cannon. We're going to be able to tank that. And now we're just going to go for a move. Oh, wow, the lag. Okay, they're going to force us to shield right here. We're going to make sure we get this last shield or get the KO. We're still okay for now. We do get that Feraligatr out of the way, so that's a really positive situation for us. Here we're going to let the Lickitung go down. Then we're going to counter swap into our Golbat here. This Golbat is going to have to get this Empoleon low enough at least. So we're going to build up a lot of energy. We're going to throw this Poison Fang right here. This Poison Fang will not KO, but it does grab the shield, so that's really good for us. And then we're going to be able to get to this Shadow Ball right here. This is going to take out the Empoleon, and we are going to be in a better situation because that Giratina is going to have no chance against that Stun Tank. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.